Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Mr. McGuinty's how-to guides. Today we're going to cover how to replace a defective motor and pump assembly on a dishwasher. Alright, before we begin, I do have to give a general disclaimer on safety. If you don't know what you're doing with electricity or the tools that you're using, don't pretend that you do, because you're going to get yourself hurt, someone else hurt, or possibly killed. You know who you are. Alright, step one, with anything that's power related, you need to cut the power. Go down to your breaker box and kill the power to the actual dishwasher. If you're not sure what breaker it's on because your breaker box is not labeled, a great way to actually find it is to get a portable radio, plug it into a nearby power supply or power port on the wall, and just turn it off. Go ahead and start flipping the breakers. Once you hear the radio turn off, you know that it's off. Another great way is to actually just turn the dishwasher on so you can actually hear it. You know, like if it's a bad motor assembly, it might be grinding, and once that stops, power's dead. All right, next you want to turn off the water to the water line that runs to your dishwasher. All right, first things first, you need to get the access panel bolts / screws taken off depending on your model. Mine's a GE early 2000s, and mine is 2 bolts and 2 screws. Alright, now that you have the access panel removed, it's time to take out the power. You have 3 wires. If you're in the United States, you have black, white, and green. Black is your hot, white is neutral, and then green is ground or earth. As you can see, my dishwasher is ran hard lined rather than having a plug actually built into the unit. I just pulled off the terminals for the black wire, which is the hot, and basically I just unwrapped the electrical tape and unscrewed the wire nut. Doing the same with the white or neutral line right now. And then lastly, the ground. This is what the line looks like with all of the actual leads disconnected. Alright, now you just need to remove the water line. Be sure to have a catch tray underneath it, otherwise you're going to get your floor all wet. Alright, now you're going to want to remove the 2 mounting bracket screws that hold the dishwasher to your counter. Next, bend the mounting brackets down so that they are actually in front of the dishwasher so you can prepare to slide the dishwasher out. Next, you'll want to partially shimmy the dishwasher out from underneath the cabinet. Be aware that there is still a water disposal line that is attached at this time. As I mentioned, the water disposal line is actually still attached, and that screw right there is actually what needs to be loosened so that you can take that off. Though this is the water disposal line, don't forget to have your catch tray just in case there is any residual water that needs to flow out of either the pump or the actual evacuation tube. Alright, the dishwasher is now completely free, so you can actually wiggle it right out from underneath the cabinet. Next, you'll want to get the dishwasher laying on its back. Next, you'll want to unbolt the harness that holds the motor and pump assembly to the dishwasher itself. Next, you'll want to loosen the clamps that hold the pump in place. Okay, now that the clamps have been loosened, you need to pull off the leads for your instrumentation and controls. Gently wiggle the motor and pump assembly back and forth until it pops out of place. Alright, and here you can see the difference between the new and the old pump and motor assembly. Even the actual mini disposal unit on the new one is much larger. Time to wave goodbye to the old motor and pump assembly, and give the new motor and pump assembly a good thumbs up and ready for install. Alright, now you're going to be reinstalling this in the reverse order that you removed it in. You first want to gently wiggle the actual assembly back into place. Next, you want to retighten the clamps on the pump assembly. Next, you'll want to reattach the harness that mounts the motor to the frame of the dishwasher. And then you'll want to reattach the leads for your controls. Yay, the motor's in! Give yourself a thumbs up. Alright, time to get that thing back up on its feet. Alright, now shimmy the dishwasher partially into the cabinet. Next, you'll want to reattach your water disposal line. Slide your clamp to the front, and then tighten. Now that the water disposal line is in place, you can slide the dishwasher back into the cabinet. Be mindful of the mounting brackets at the top as they may get stuck on the underside of the countertop. Now reattach your water supply line. Start off with a hand tighten and then move on to your wrench. Now it's time to reattach the power. First start with your green or ground, wire nut them together, and then wrap an electrical tape at the end. Repeat this process for the black and white wires as well. Alright, now turn the water back on. Alright, one last step. Go flip the breaker back on and you are back in business. Alright, hopefully that how-to helped you out. If you want to help me out, hit the like and subscribe buttons and check out my channel. There are plenty more how-tos on how to drive a manual transmission car, as well as how to tie a tie, and a plethora of other things that are on the way. Take it easy, YouTube, and we'll see you next time.